People think the hardest part of rising is the climb itself. They're wrong. The hardest part is surviving the hands that reach up to pull you back down. You start waking up earlier. You stop wasting time. You begin to read more, earn more, think clearer. You cut old habits and you discipline yourself. Slowly, you begin separating from the version of yourself they knew, and suddenly, the jokes appear. You've changed. You think you're better now? Why are you acting different? They don't say it directly, but you can feel it. The discomfort, the tension, the quiet resentment. You're not doing anything to them. Your existence is simply no longer convenient to theirs. This is not personal. This is structural. It is how people behave when someone near them starts rising faster than they can understand. Machiavelli wrote that men are quicker to hate those who climb than those who already stand at the top. Because the rising man threatens the equilibrium. He is a disturbance to the order, a living reminder of untapped potential. They don't hate your success. They hate what it means about them. As you grow, you break the identity they assigned to you. They knew you as predictable, familiar, safe. When you grow beyond that role, they lose control, not over you, but over their perception of themselves. The world demands you stay where it placed you, and when you refuse, they pull. They pull through mockery, they pull through guilt, they pull through passive doubt, they pull with nostalgia. We just miss the old you. But the old you was the version who stayed behind. You do not owe anyone the right to keep you small. Look throughout history. The Medici did not rise by asking permission from Florence's nobles. They rose quietly, building power through banks, families, marriages, while appearing humble, almost forgettable. Their growth was a whisper, not a declaration. By the time others recognized the threat, it was already too late to stop them. Rockefeller lived the same way. No parties, no attention, no flamboyance. Just silence, strategy, assets. He understood a rule most people never learn. The world cannot attack what it cannot see. And that is where your journey begins. You rise quietly. You move like smoke. You become a presence without becoming a spectacle. People can only attack targets, so you stop being one. How? First, stop announcing your progress. Every goal spoken is a goal weakened. Every plan revealed is leverage surrendered. People cannot sabotage plans they cannot track. Let your growth happen out of sight, behind closed doors, in the space where noise cannot follow. Second, stop explaining. You don't need to justify your ambitions. You don't need to convince anyone why you work late, why you study alone, why you reject invitations. To explain is to negotiate. To negotiate is to concede authority over your path. The lion does not explain why it hunts. Your growth requires no permission. Third, escape environments that resist growth. A man trying to rise among those committed to staying the same is not just outnumbered, he is sabotaged. You cannot climb with people who fear heights. You cannot evolve in a room built to keep you familiar. You cannot build a new life inside the ruins of an old identity. Distance is not abandonment. Distance is survival. If you remain where you are no longer meant to be, you will drown in the expectations of the past. Fourth, protect your time. Time is the true battleground, not energy, not money, time. Arguments with people who refuse to grow, conversations that go nowhere, defending your improvement to people who do not want to improve themselves. These are not accidents, they are chains. A man who wastes time cannot rise. A man who guards his time becomes untouchable. Solitude is where transformation happens, not in parties, not in crowds, not in noise. You will grow fastest when no one is watching. Fifth, appear ordinary. Power hides. Wealth hides, strength hides. Envy attacks what it can see. The most powerful men in history mastered the art of invisibility. They dressed modestly, spoke calmly, moved without spectacle, lived below suspicion. Be the person in the room no one notices until they realize you own the room.
Sixth, master non-reaction. People test you not to see who you are, but to confirm who they need you to remain. They poke at you, hoping you snap. They provoke you, hoping you descend. They want proof that you're still the old version of yourself. Do not give it to them. When you stay silent, you win. When you explain, you lose. When you react, you descend to their altitude. You cannot fly while fighting on the ground. Let them argue with themselves. Seventh, build foundations no one can take. Money can be lost, positions can shift, reputation can be attacked, but skills, discipline, knowledge, health, emotional control, these are weapons forged in silence. A man built from the inside cannot be destroyed from the outside. And as your foundation strengthens, something else will happen. Your circle will shrink. Not because you are cold, not because you are distant, but because access to you now requires qualifications. You do not keep people around out of history. You keep them around out of alignment. You surround yourself with the silent, the driven, the disciplined. People who are not threatened by your growth. People who have no interest in dragging you backwards. Those who rise with you, or at least do not try to hold you down. This is how power compounds, not alone, but among the right few. There are stages to rising. At first, no one notices you. Then they laugh at you. Then they doubt you. Then they resist you. And if you endure, they imitate you. The final sign of success is not applause. It is when people who mocked your discipline suddenly try to copy it. But you will be far beyond imitation by then. The world worships results, but resents the process. Your job is not to win approval during the climb. Your job is to reach a height where approval is irrelevant. This journey will be quiet. It will be lonely. It will demand sacrifice. You will bury past versions of yourself. You will mourn friendships that could not rise with you. You will stand apart while others cling together. But understand this: greatness is rarely born in crowds. It is born in silence, in isolation, in the chambers of private discipline where no applause can reach. You are not responsible for making others comfortable with your evolution. You are responsible for becoming the person you were meant to be. Rise quietly. Build quietly. Strengthen quietly. Let them wake up only when it is too late to catch up. In the end, remember this: no one can pull down a man who rises without the need to be seen. A man whose power is rooted in silence. A man whose ascent is not a performance, but a transformation. If you choose that path, you will rise beyond the reach of anyone who ever tried to hold you back. Rise quietly. The world will hear you only when the empire is already built.